Buckle up because I'm about to serve you the juiciest celebrity tea that'll have you glued to your screen like it's the season finale of your favorite show. Picture this. The queen of whistle notes, the diva supreme Mariah Carey, strutting into a courtroom not to slay fantasy, but to drop a truth bomb so explosive it could make the internet crash. Mic drop. Yeah, you heard me. Mariah Carey in the Diddy trial, spilling secrets that make Hollywood look like a shady back alley deal. If that doesn't scream grab your popcorn and cancel your plans, I don't know what does. So smash that subscribe button, hit that like, and let's dive into this wild twisty tale of music, power, and straight up courage. Ready? Let's roll. We're in a New York courtroom packed tighter than a festival mosh pit. The vibe? Tense, like everyone's holding their breath waiting for the beat to drop. The clerk steps up, clears their throat, and announces the next witness. Drumroll please. Mariah Carey, record scratch. The room freezes. Not a single soul blinks. The stenographer's like, wait, my fingers aren't ready for this. Mariah glides in, serving icon energy. Sharp black suit, gold accents popping, sunglasses so big they could shade a small country. Diddy? Oh, he's over there, looking like he just realized his yacht's out of gas. Or twitch in his lip, a bead of sweat, homeboys shook. The gallery's buzzing, reporters are scribbling, and the cameras outside are going wild. This isn't just a trial, it's a cultural earthquake, and Mariah's the epicenter. Let's set the scene. This is the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking and racketeering trial, kicking off May 12, 2025, and it's messier than a reality TV reunion. Allegations of abuse, coercion, and straight-up shady business have the headlines screaming louder than a stan at a concert. The prosecution's building a case tighter than skinny jeans after a buffet and Mariah's testimony? It's the glitter bomb that makes the whole thing sparkle. Why is she here? What's got the world tweeting Mariah testifies like their lives depend on it? Grab a snack, fam. This tea's hotter than a summer sidewalk. Mariah takes the stand, peels off those shades like she's about to read Diddy for filth, and the prosecutor jumps in. Ms. Carey, can you describe your relationship with Mr. Combs? Mariah's cool as ice, sharp as a razor. Just friends, she says. Two people circling the same industry. Not besties, not co-workers, just there. Or die, but then she hits us with the plot twist. Things were cool until 2003. The courtroom leans in like they're eavesdropping on gossip at a brunch table. Diddy's frozen at the defense table, probably wishing he could yeet himself to a private island. His lawyer's whispering, but Diddy's not talking. He's stiff like he's posing for a mannequin challenge. I'm not here for rumors, Mariah says, locking eyes with Diddy like she's about to hit a note that'll shatter his whole vibe. I never thought I'd have to say this under oath, but here I am because of what he told me in private. Ooh, the shade. The jurors are practically falling out of their chairs. The gallery's so quiet you could hear a mouse sneeze. Mariah's tone shifts, less diva, more detective. I've waited over 20 years to say this, she declares, and I'm doing it staring him dead in the eyes. Snap. That's the sound of Diddy's cool cracking. Let's rewind to the early 2000s when Mariah and Diddy were crossing paths like influencers at a brand event. Music video sets, award shows, corporate dinners, they were in the same orbit but not collab buddies. They shared handlers, rivals, and a whole lot of industry drama. Mariah paints Diddy as everywhere, like that one co-worker who's always in your Zoom call uninvited. She drops a gem from the 2001 MTV Video Music Awards afterparty, where Diddy slid up all charm, hyping her new album. But then he hit her with a weird line. You're too clean for this place. Sir, what's that supposed to mean? Mariah laughed it off, but that comment stuck like glitter on a craft project. Creepy, cryptic, and just plain odd. The music industry back then? A straight-up jungle like Survivor with better hair and worse contracts. Mariah lays it bare. It was cutthroat with allegiances thicker than a plot twist. Rolling with Diddy meant protection, like a VIP pass to the industry's cool club. But for some, it came with strings that felt more like handcuffs. Mariah spills. There were whispers about private after-parties, NDAs you had to sign just to get past the velvet rope, and a whole lot of sketchy vibes. It was about survival, she says. Say no and you're not invited back. Keep saying no and you're off the award show guest list. The prosecutor's like, who was running this show? Mariah doesn't blink. Diddy, not as a mentor or mogul, but as someone building an empire on control. By 2003, Mariah's spidey senses are tingling. The vibes are off, and it all comes to a head on July 19, 2003, at an industry retreat in the Hamptons. She leans into the mic, voice steady but fierce, and takes us there. She was wiped from a music video shoot, but her manager's like, you gotta go, Mimi, everyone's gonna be there. The host, Diddy, flexing his rebrand like a new pair of kicks. The mansion's straight out of Gatsby. Tinted windows, security checkpoints, the works, the guest list, A-listers, media moguls, and some randos who gave off weird energy like they were there to spy, not sip. Mariah's ready to bounce by 10 p.m. But Diddy catches her before she can jet. He's calm, but it's that creepy calm, like a storm about to break. Wanna hit the VIP lounge? He asks. Mariah's like, I'm good, I'm tired, but he's pushy, saying he needs to clear something up. Against her gut, she follows him to a side room. Dim lights, velvet couches, two bodyguards outside like they're guarding the crown jewels. Diddy downs a drink, stares at her like she's a puzzle he can't solve, and drops the line that haunts her for 2 decades. If they find out what I really do, it's over. Chills, fam. The courtroom's so silent you could hear a fly cough. Mariah's like, what's that mean? But Diddy's dead serious, like he's seeing his empire crumble in his head. She tries to leave, but he blocks the door for a hot second, flashing a smile that's more wolf than warm. I'll take care of you, he says. Just stay quiet. Mariah doesn't respond. She just dips, heart pounding, and gets out of there. I've carried that night for 20 years, she tells the court. I'm done staying silent. Icon behavior. She sneaks out before dawn, slipping past security like she's in a heist flick. Back in Manhattan, she's rattled, trying to make sense of it. It felt like a warning, like she'd stumbled into something she wasn't meant to see, but hold up, plot twist. Around noon, a concierge rolls up to her St. Regis penthouse with a black package. No return address, just her initials in silver ink. Inside, $100,000 in crisp bills wrapped with gold bands and a handwritten note, enjoy the evening by yourself, thanks S. What in the actual soap opera? Mariah's stomach drops like she's on a roller coaster. Her managers like to send it back now, but the number on the card's dead. Her team traces it to a black SUV linked to a rental fleet used by Bad Boy Entertainment Associates. Shady vibes intensifying. Mariah's not here for it. I didn't want the money, she says. I wanted answers, or better yet, to stay far away from that world. She stashes the cash in a hotel safe, then mails it back with a note. You know where this belongs. That's our girl. For years, Mariah buried this secret deeper than a 90s boy band's relevance. You try to forget something like that, she says, but it doesn't stay gone. Seeing Diddy in court, facing charges of extortion and abuse, brought it all back like a bad remix. I had to speak up, she says. That envelope couldn't stay silent anymore. The prosecutor digs deeper. Did you hear from other women at that 2003 party who were worried or vanished? Mariah pauses, visibly shaken for the first time. There was one, she says. Lana, I think. PR or marketing, not famous. We talked briefly and she seemed off. Lana said she'd wandered into a side room and saw a man signing a document under pressure with cameras and lights around. She bolted, but later that night, gone. 2 months later, a creepy voicemail hits Mariah's studio. I shouldn't have seen that. No one should talk to me. Be careful. It sounded like Lana, but an intern accidentally erased it. Mariah tried to find her in 2004, but her boss was like, she's gone. No job, no socials, nothing. He told Mariah to drop it. I knew something was wrong, she tells the court, but I also knew the industry's rules. People who ask questions didn't last. The prosecution ties her story to a web of missing assistants, silent dancers, and a pop star who might have been paid to hush. Mind officially blown. Mariah's career kept soaring post-2003, but behind the scenes, the vibes shifted. Invites to Diddy's inner circle events, private galas, label-sponsored awards stopped coming. I thought it was random, she says, but then the call started. A big label exec told her, you're amazing, Mariah, but don't mention that night, it's not healthy. Another mutual friend warned, bad things happen to women who talk too much. Yikes on bikes. Mariah knew a real threat when she heard one. At a 2006 awards show, she locks eyes with Diddy across the room. He's all smiles, surrounded by young artists, but his grin, cold, calculating, she says. It told me I'd been right to stay quiet, but it also told me silence wasn't an option anymore. Fast forward to 2025, and Mariah's watching the trial pop off, seeing women step up, watching the industry's shadows get dragged into the light. I'm not scared of him anymore, she says, voice like steel. When the truth drops, the system that protected him falls apart. I'm not afraid of that. The prosecutor asks if she ever heard Diddy threaten anyone else. Mariah nods, dropping another banger. In 2005, at a Manhattan studio, she overheard Diddy talking to a young R&B singer. Gospel roots, killer vocals. Through a partition, she heard him say, you remember who got you those records. You remember who owns your masters. There are rules in this game. If you think you can walk away, remember what happened to the last girl who tried. Oh snap, that singer canceled her tour, skipped an awards show, and vanished. She was just gone, Mariah says. And no one asked why. We all knew. Mariah's testimony is for every artist who never got a voice. She talks about coordinated cover-ups, files she was told to ignore, contracts under fake names, shell companies hiding dirty money. In 2008, she had an assistant dig into a Diddy-sponsored event that went untelevised despite being a big deal. They found a maze of shadow businesses, but an exec shut it down. We don't touch that, you shouldn't either. The pressure ramped up. Threats to her publicist, whispers of old scandals resurfacing, endorsement deals vanishing after she refused to present Diddy with a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2010. No calls, no explanations, she says. They just disappeared. And the defense tries to call it speculative, but the judge is like, this pattern's too real. Boom. Mariah's final words hit like a Grammy-winning ballad. I'm not here to dwell on pain. I'm here because the world needs to know who Diddy really is. I believe in the truth. The courtroom's stunned silent.
She steps down, security whisking her out as reporters lose their minds.
Outside, it's pure chaos when Mariah testifies and Raj Diddy trial truth are trending worldwide. News outlets call her a hero. Skeptics wonder what else she's holding back. Diddy's team? They're scrambling, but the damage is done. Mariah's pebble in the lake is now a tsunami, shaking the industry to its core. The aftermath? Wild. Fans, execs, agents, everyone's rethinking their silence. Mariah's quote, "If they find out what I really do, it's over," is everywhere. TikToks, late night shows, you name it. Rumors swirl. 2 ex-execs from Diddy's label are ready to spill under seal. A former bad boy assistant posts on Insta. Some silenced me, others paid me. Tea overload. Rolling Stone's got sources saying Mariah's courage is sparking a reckoning. This isn't just a trial, it's the fall of an empire, and Mariah's the spark that lit it. But let's zoom out. This isn't just about Diddy, it's about the machine. The music industry's been a wild west of power plays and hush money for decades. Mariah's testimony pulls back the curtain on a world where silence was currency, and speaking up could cost you everything. Think about it, one wrong move and you're blacklisted, your career's toast or worse. Mariah didn't just testify, she threw a grenade at that system. She showed that even a global superstar with all the glitz and glam could risk it all to tell the truth. That's power, fam. That's legacy. So what's next? Will more artists step up? Will Diddy's empire crumble like a bad remix? The trial's still popping off and the world's watching. One thing's clear, Mariah's high note didn't just shatter glass, it shattered silence. If you're as obsessed with this drama as I am, smash that like button, drop a Mimi Slays in the comments, and subscribe for more tea served scorching. Let's keep the convo going. What do you think happens next? Hit me with your theories below and keep your Wi-Fi strong because this story's got more twists than a thriller. Peace out.